Hi, Dr. Lori Severino. Want to talk to you about a great resource that you might want to use, and that is the really great reading Beginning Decoding Inventory and the Advanced Decoding Inventory from Really Great Reading. And so please check out their website. It's a free download. You can also use this for after you've done your universal screener and you have some students that you're still not sure where the decoding issues are, if it is a decoding issue or if it's something else. And so you want to find out, maybe you have a second, third, fourth, fifth grader and you're doing your universal screener and still not sure where things are falling apart. This is the Beginning Decoding Survey. And so we're looking at those beginning decoding skills. I have given this to a fourth grade student who does have dyslexia. And so what does it tell me when I give this assessment? Well, right away I can see that closed syllables really aren't giving this student an issue because I can look at this section here where they got all those closed syllables right. The first 5 are those high frequency words that they should instantly recognize by sight. And then we have the closed syllable, and then you have some with blends and digraphs in the next 2 sections. And so I can look at each of those sections to see where is it in the scope and sequence that the student might be having issues. So if you look at the errors this student made, they said track for tack. So they added that R sound in there, which we might see happen quite frequently where they're putting a blend in where there's just a consonant sound. They also said for the word quit, they said quick and then immediately self-corrected. So noticed that by the time their eyes got off that word, it was a T at the end, and so they immediately self-corrected and said quit. And then for the word moth, which originally was a vowel sound confusion, then they said muth, and then thought, well, that doesn't sound right. That doesn't sound like a real word. And then they said month, right? So again, adding in a consonant sound before that digraph. So that is something that we're seeing where they're adding in that consonant sound next to another consonant or digraph. If you look at their sentences, you can see that they did fairly well on that. They missed 2 high frequency or what we call sight words. They said the for a, which a lot of times kids will interchange those, and they said on for in, and then immediately self-corrected because they recognized, no, that wasn't an I there, or it was an I there and not an O. So down the bottom of the inventory, you can see where it will total up the errors, and that's going to give you a good indication of what things you need to still work on with the student, or if maybe their issue isn't in this beginning decoding, that they seem to be taking to the instruction, they seem to be able to read. And of course, I would want to check on their spelling for this also, because we want to make sure they can spell these words as well as read them. And so overall, I'm looking at this and saying they have a solid grasp of those beginning decoding skills. So the next thing I would do is give the advanced decoding, especially because this student is a 4th grader. We would expect them to have these skills plus the advanced decoding skills. So stay tuned. I'll be doing another video on the advanced decoding. But if you would like to a video of me actually giving this assessment so that you can see how the student responded and what the pace of the assessment was, it just took a couple minutes to give, go ahead and scan the QR code and you'll have access to the video of me giving this to a 4th grade student.